What's up, guys? DMG Tech Show, Jonathan here with another episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about getting a locked bootloader, such as the Samsung Note 3 from AT&T, rooted. Now, this is going to take a few different files. Now, the two files that I'm going to be looking at, which you should have pre-installed, one is going to be a browser. I'm going to recommend using the stock browser for your Android device. The reason is actually the Chrome browser doesn't work for one of the websites that we're going to need to go into. It just causes a ton of pop-ups. And there's also going to need to be a file browser. Now, I use B1 Archiver. It's just something that I've become accustomed to. You can use the root browser or any of those. It'll work fine. So let's go ahead and open up our browser. TowelRoot.com. Nope, didn't get it. But anyways, it's going to be TowelRoot.com. Sorry, I have the camera right in front of my face. And you're going to come up to a website just like this. Now, if you were on the Chrome browser, you would touch this, which we're going to do in a second, and it wouldn't download. You would notice that your pop-ups in your browser would just start cranking up a ton. So to actually prevent that from happening, you want to make sure that you use a different browser. Firefox might work, or Dolphin, or a few of the other ones out there, but I know for a fact that the stock browser does work. So you just want to go ahead and touch that icon. You're going to notice you're going to come up with a way to download it. I'll just keep it within this browser. Download has started. Now you are going to need to go into your settings. You will need to go to General, scroll down to Security. You will then need to keep going all the way down and then check Unknown Sources. You're going to come up with a pop-up like that. Just click OK. You're going to see that it becomes checked, and you can just back out of your settings. And now you'll want to then go either touch the APK file right here or browse to your location of where you're going to find it. But for this video, we'll just stick with it, make it easy. So if I touch that, you're going to see it's going to ask me what to install. And it should install. And this is what TowelRoot's going to look like once you have it installed. What you need to do is you'll just touch this, make it rain. Now, as long as your device does not reboot, it should be successful. If your device hangs for a minute, reboots, try it again. I had to try it about 4 or 5 different times before it got rooted on one occasion. I've done this multiple times. So once you have root, you're going to be able to then head on over to the Google Play Store, type in SuperSU, press enter. You're going to want to then install the top one, this little hashtag on it. And once you have that installed, you're going to open it up, and it's going to probably ask you a few different things. One of the more predominant things is going to ask you to disable Knox, K-N-O-X, which is the security system from Samsung. You can either do that or not do that. It's totally up to you. I would recommend doing it if you are looking to have full privileges of your phone. But if you do plan on using Knox in the future or anything like that, then you might not want to do that. What you want to do is after you have Super User and you've installed your framework, it probably will reboot your device. You want to then head back on over to the Google Play Store. You want to instantly install Titanium Backup. That should be the first application you install. Once you have Titanium Backup installed, you can open that up. You're going to then go up to your backup and restore. You're going to see you have all your files listed right here. You need to come to the top right. You touch it. You want to choose what you're going to back up. You want to back up everything, including your data. If you want to do this, backup user apps and system data. Should take a minute. It is going to take up some space on your phone, so take that into note if you do have like just a 16 gigabyte model. Once you've backed up everything, then we can move on to installing Safestrap. Now, depending on what version of Android you are on, you're going to need to download the corresponding version of Safestrap. Go to Safestrap. You can just type that directly into your browser. So once you've typed in Safestrap, you want to make sure you come down and find the right version. So as you see, the guy that created it, he will stop support on 9/1/2014, which is already passed, but that's fine. It's still going to work. Everything's fine on it. We're up to our latest 4.4. Hopefully somebody will take over for it once Android L is released in the next week or so. But you want to go ahead and go in there. I'll have a link in the description. Kind of tells you a little bit of how to use it, what it's for. and you need to find your version of it. So 3.75 is going to be for the Kit Kat, which says right there 3.75, and then for everybody that's going to be on Jelly Bean, you want to make sure you use the 3.71 APK. Go ahead and touch it. It's going to open up like that. You're going to want to then click Install Recovery and then reboot into recovery. So I'm going to show you another way of getting into it. I'm just going to restart my device. Okay. So when I boot my device, I should get an option to boot into it. Right there. So it's either continue or go into recovery. So I'm going to go into recovery.
Thanks for watching another episode of the DMG Tech Show. Check out some of our other videos on our channel, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.